Okay then guys, what is going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're inside of Diablo 4 as we close on in to the second beta, the open beta for March 24th to the 26th. This is going to be an interesting one considering how the original beta went. This one's going to be live for everybody. So we're going to dive into the news from the community manager Pez Radar and some information from the Diablo team themselves. With that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Let's dive on into it. So Pez Radar actually posted up a discussion point on their forums page on the Blizzard website just yesterday, stating, "Thank you for those who participated in the early access beta. Betas are incredibly useful for the development team. They allow us to test things at a scale that we cannot test on our own, like server capacity, class balance, usability, accessibility, and etc. This information is invaluable, ensuring that you can experience at launch is as smooth as it can be. It's also critically important for the development team to hear how players feel about the overall experience of Diablo 4. With your help, we can learn a lot during our early access beta weekend, and we intend to learn a lot more this weekend during the open beta. And we want to talk to you about what you can expect and how your participation directly impacts Diablo 4's development." And this is the sort of communication that we need from a sort of development team. The one thing I like about the Diablo team, and especially Pez himself, they are so transparent, it's absolutely insane. They did have a lot of connection problems as far as queue times, the general over maintenance, bugs, trips and hips, and you know the general jazz when it comes to game betas and game launches. But they have completely opened up with this next following statement, and I'm actually really proud of this because this is amazing, and there's not many game companies out there that will admit to fault. So they are going to be opening up like this. So we start off with number one, queue times. When we open the gates again this Friday to absolutely everybody, we're expecting a lot of people. There will be lengthy queue times, particularly on Friday when we first launch and during the peak regional windows. This past weekend helped us to forecast the capacity we can accept this weekend, and we'll be using the capacity to initially stress our systems in preparation for launch. In summary, while we know it can be frustrating, we need queues to properly stress test our services, and we are designing to ensure we have them for some of the time. This is absolutely amazing, mainly because they are stating the beta is for you guys to test out the game, to enjoy it, to feel it out and see if whether it's something you enjoy or not. And if you guys haven't pre-ordered, then it may generate a few more pre-order numbers, but this is for them to essentially get the details and the numbers that they need, because essentially a beta is for a development team to understand the capacity of what they're having to work with and the scale of the amount of players that they're having to work with as well. Whilst he goes on to say that though, he does state that in the maintenance sector, Sector 2, as we monitor the population of encounter in-game issues to address, there may be times where we will take the game offline temporarily to deploy infrastructure adjustments or fixes. Now, what they're actually doing here is really clever, and something, again, a lot of companies don't do inside of the gaming space, but they are preempting that these things are going to happen just to make sure that there is no room for complaints or any bad publicity on Twitter, social media, when it comes to them having to take the game down to fix any bugs and last-minute problems, or even having queue times that can run up to 2, maybe 3 hours, because I would definitely expect anything from 3 to 5 hours, if I'm completely honest with you. And then he finalizes it off with the third statement, which says that bugs and feedback. When you are in game, whether you're continuing to build your character from last weekend or trying Druid or Necromancer for the first time, we want to hear from you. The team will be monitoring the forums where there are dedicated sections for bug reporting and technical support for PC and console, as well as general discussion where you can leave your feedback around anything Diablo 4. We can't thank you enough by providing feedback, reporting, and patiently waiting in queues before enjoying Act 1 of Diablo 4. You are helping us to continuously improve the game. This past weekend energized the team, who are finally able to watch players around the world experience what they have been building firsthand, and we're excited to see and learn even more during this upcoming open beta weekend. The Diablo team will be playing alongside you this weekend, and we look forward to seeing you in Sanctuary. Hail Lilith. And that was from our community manager of the Diablo 4 team, the Pez Radar. And I am actually a massive, massive lover of this. The work that he kind of puts in is absolutely incredible. The communication that he puts out towards the community is completely second to none. And this is exactly what we need from a development team. And if there are any other community managers watching from other games that we have covered in the past, make sure you take a leaf out of Pez Radar's book, because this guy has got it nailed down to a T. Essentially though, TLDR, for this, queue times could run for absolutely hours, so make sure that you preempt that as and when you go into the game. Do not be disappointed. They have already stated that this is going to happen. They're having to stress test their services and their servers as an overall. Maintenance will mean that they may have to take down the game for certain time periods and deploy infrastructure adjustments or fixes. And as far as bugs and feedback, make sure you utilize the forums correctly inside of the certain sectors to make sure you feed them back the correct information. And even if you just want to say the game's amazing, make sure you hop on and do that. It's always nice to know that your work's appreciated. Not only that, but Adam Fletcher, aka Pez Radar, has been extremely active on socials. I'll make sure I leave his Twitter link down in the description. And this isn't just a massive ego boost for a guy to sort of say he's doing amazing, but you just cannot fault it. Even down to specific questions such as this one here from Brax Kendron, who states, there's a thread going around the forums about keyboard mouse support on consoles. Anyway, to know if this is coming or to be looked at. And Adam states back, it is currently not supported on consoles, but we have seen the feedback. That itself is absolutely huge for those of you guys who have never played Diablo 4 and this might be your first experience. Diablo is much better played on the PC scale, although it is good as far as console goes. It feels a lot better and a lot easier to transverse around the map and be able to utilize different skills with a larger keyboard. That's just a full-blown fact. Now this one actually really entertained me. We have got DMG04. Now for those of you guys who don't know, he's the former senior CM community manager, and he's currently looking for a job, for the record, if anyone wants to hire him. But irrelevant to it, DMG was the old community manager for Destiny 2, and he actually states, I've never played a Diablo before. My friends have warned me of its power, checking out the beta when I can. Will I ever see sunlight again? And Adam states back, you won't. I'm sorry. I absolutely love that, and I love when the sort of people inside of the community will rally together and they sort of communicate between the masses. So Destiny community manager and the Diablo community manager is just a perfect matchup. But anyway, that's all we've got time for today. I'm absolutely gassed for this beta to drop this later this weekend. If you guys are going to be jumping in, let me know down in the comment section which class you're going to be running. Me, myself, I'm really entertained by the Necromancer, and I really want to jump in with that this weekend and see exactly what it can dive into. If there's any specific Diablo 4 content you want here on the channel, again, let me know via the comment section below, and make sure you leave a beautiful blue thumbs up so I know that I'm actually doing something right. Thanks again for watching, guys. I appreciate all of your damn faces, as always. I'll see you in the clouds.